Hey YouTube, it's been a while. I had recently a few years ago, I stopped updating this channel because A, the engagement was low, and B, it wasn't terribly helpful to me. Most of the social media stuff that I was doing was much more extemporaneous and was better when shared with lots of strangers. So I've been on TikTok mostly. But now there were enough people interested at the TikTok level, and I have enough longer things to say that I'm thinking about coming back to YouTube. I will probably not update super regularly, but I will occasionally keep longer things here on than I do on TikTok, and I will basically kind of use them to feed into each other. Because sometimes I have longer things to say, and sometimes I have things that are more interesting for a group of dedicated followers than it is for a bunch of strangers and stuff that I don't want to argue about. So I'll be able to share some research on here, about Swedish crime statistics or whatever. Or I'll be able to share research here about longer, specifically nerdier things that are not necessarily for just a few people. But quick update on my life since I've been here. So Samantha and I are still in Sweden. We still live in Skåne, and we still are both teachers. Min svenska har blivit mycket bättre. Jag kan bli förstådd nu, och jag kan använda enkla svenska nära högst grundskolenivå. Jag behöver bli bättre så jag kan bli en legitimerad lärare, men I'm not fluent yet. That's the thing. So I'm not great at Swedish, but I can be understood. The words I know I can use pretty well, but but there are a lot of words I don't understand, and I quite often misunderstand people in normal conversations. We are recently Swedish citizens, so we no longer have incredible fear of being deported immediately. And we hope to stay forever if we can. We'd like to have kids here. We'd like to be legitimated teachers here. And we are greatly enjoying Sweden. A lot of my initial videos will be some stuff that I've talked about before. Differences between America and Sweden in very, very specific things like school system, public transportation, health. A lot of this is my own limited experience, so if it's not something you agree with, that's okay. We can have different experiences. It's lovely when people do. But yeah, a lot of these are going to be a little bit longer and a little bit more involved because I don't have to stop because TikTok has very short things. Also, I'm not going to have a bunch of people who are absolute strangers showing up. I'm not important enough to have strangers show up to my YouTube channel. Whereas on TikTok, strangers get all kinds of shit. So, I don't think anything here will be terribly offensive. I'll try to put trigger warnings on anything that might be. This will still be a mostly personal channel, where I am mostly talking about my own opinions and my own thoughts and my own feelings. Occasionally, I will do some research and put it on here. But for the most part, it should just be me doing that thing that a lot of you are here for, which is just me sharing opinions, sharing thoughts, and defending those thoughts. I apologize for my long absence. I hope that it will not be an issue again in the future. I will attempt to keep up with this, posting at least, let's say, responsibly at the beginning once a month. But it is quite possible that I will post more often than that. Quite possible. I'm aiming for at least once a week to have one of the longer things, as long as I've still got a bunch of the longer things to talk about. But this is basically hey, I'm back. This channel isn't completely dead. Be prepared for something. And hopefully, I'll see you guys soon.